elimination match between these two teams is occurring in that road to Reykjavik that both of these teams are just praying for to represent North America on that global stage. The dreams die here for XSET if they end up losing this map, their map pick, and they're starting attack side split.
And that's the rough part. Cloud9 haven't really adjusted their composition too much. It's only Vanity moving over to the Omen. I think that actually does shift things up a little bit. There's more plays that they can make off the Paranoia and with one-ways for sure, but you don't have that crushing gravity well that you have to push through, comboed with the breach stuns and the raise nades. So XSET, they need to start off well here. I love this smoke that people are using. Wow. Aaron throwing down this one neutralizes any possibility of a one-way, allows them to connect the dots here, makes it more difficult for Vanity to hold his own smoke. But he can re-clear this, and Cryo, he starts out well. That's exactly what he needs.
A bit of patience. First blood going his way. Possibly a fast little take here now from XSET, yet coming straight into it. Now the fault line is going to be used to slow them down and split them up. You can see only the one player on the side. That's Aaron just hiding behind the map. And Leaf is waiting for him to just peek around the corner. Nice pull to just disrupt that angle. Now the spike's going to start to go down. Aftershock though, Cloud9 not wasting any time with this, just trying to disrupt them so they can't get comfortable and set up in the post plant. But luckily the kill is there from Cryo.
Look at Mitch here on this flank too. I'm not sure whether they're aware of it whatsoever. He's going to be able to come around behind Def. Cryo is going beast mode in this opening.
Well, now they're going to be aware of this 1 second in the smoke. Quick little spray down here, and it's all up to Mitch. Drops down a turret, but it's a 1v3. And they can hear him running around, jumping around now into the heaven area. Okay. Up on a skip, but eventually shut down. XSET off to a much...
That wasn't a good performance from any of the players on their team. But even in their losses, Cryo has been amazing. So that's why it was so much of an outlier from him. You could argue he's been the best player so far in the playoffs. His stat lines certainly look like that.
Very slow attempt for Cloud9. Oh, okay. You're going to quickly try and take control here of B main. Swing around the corner. Def is alone. No support for him.
How does he lose that, though? Def with a Spectre and Mitch wins with the Classic?
And he grabs the orb. Daylight robbery.
And they're reading this pull over to the A site, too. There's 3 players from Cloud9 just slowly pathing through spawn. They don't want to make too much noise here because they're worried about somebody like Cryo who can actually hear running through the defender's spawn. Something to think about always for these pro teams. If you're doing these big defensive spawn rotations, is there a lurker? Is there someone pushed up who's going to be able to get that audio information?
And they partially re-cleared through B heaven. So it gives them info that, well, it's probably going to be A. And you can see them pinging towards B main just in case those players are there. Leave. Shorty. Not going to find the pick he was looking for.
And this round now looks fairly easy for XSET to be able to convert.
It should be.
The danger of those 3 players moving through defender spawn, they felt, okay, there's been no movement over towards the A site. We'll go back over to B, and it just happened to be the wrong read there. Cloud9 looked phenomenal in their retakes on Haven, but there's just no opportunity here in the second round.
Beautiful nade. Yeah. How does he get that?
A little bit insulting, but with that Viper wall. And Aaron has put it down over towards A, so it allows them a bit easier access to A ramp, blocks off Heaven if they go for a big hit. But they're just taking it easy at the beginning. The spike is leaning A, but it looks like this could be an A pinch.
Yeah, bit of a slow start. Gather a bit of information. That flash gives them knowledge that there is a player tucked away inside Ropes. It's Leaf holding it down. He does have the rifle in hand. You never know what he's going to be able to do with it. Got to respect him.
And it's a strong position to play. But it does leave Vanity just jump spotting Heaven on his own. He's going to put down the smoke now. Perfectly timed, just as Cryo gets up here. Yeah. And even if Vanity's not watching it, even if he gets timinged right now, there's still that trademark. Up at the top of Rose. And as Zeta comes over, this timing is pretty perfect for C9.
Yeah, they got to try and shut this one down. The Paranoia was amazing. Swings come through, leaps at the back of the side, but Heaven control is there for them still. Zeppa quickly rotates around, and now Def's alone. 1v3. Rifle in hand. This bonus, honestly, a good round for him, is doing a bit of economic damage. If he can take some of the rifles out of their hands, get any sort of
30 seconds left.
Kills. 30 seconds remaining.
He baits the plan. I think he saw a rifle.
That's quite nice. Tucks away, tries to go for the re-swing, but the two players doubled up from Cloud9 to shut it down.
On split. And bear in mind, it was only once across the whole of VCT this year were there defensive plays. So here's a stun boombot one-way being thrown. This fakes a B main control. Actually, they do have some semblance of B main control, right?
The alarm bot.
There's still the alarm bot there, actually, to give them information. But it's not real B main control. It's not like there's people there waiting to fight over it. If XSET go there, it just gives the presence.
No way! Okay. Vanity almost gets that. They try to combo with the Aftershock. Pushing him into Vanity, possibly follow up on the damage that he was doing. Still gets the one with the judge. They do clear just the one trademark. That was actually Leaf just popping around the corner, so he removes that.
Yeah, Cryocell's just putting it there to give him any information to know if the defenders are re-clearing that area of the map. Similar to the alarm bot, just an info game being, a war being waged on either side. Now Mitch has got his alarm bot back, puts it inside the Viper smoke that's been thrown by Aaron. So they have even more information from Mitch's Killjoy to give them info on whether there is a B lurk actually happening. And this is going to allow them to still allocate players more towards mid, more towards A. But actually right now, it is all in the hands of Leaf.
He's holding it down. He has the rendezvous, so he can TP to safety, but okay. Trademark spotted. And it looks like they're just going to burst through. As soon as the trademark's destroyed, swing around the corner, but Leaf, well, straight back to safety. He's good for one. 13 seconds. Yeah, time is running low now as the plant starts to get dropped down from XSET. Cloud9's players, though, not in a position to quickly disrupt this one. You have to play the retake.
But these are the rounds that Cloud9 was fantastic at previously.
Swing round the crossfire from XSET. That's quite nice. Still, Zeppa returns. Let's get the pick. It's a 2v1 here for BCJ. 18 bullets in the clip, but clear. Oh, I mean, Leaf is just far too intelligent with the movement. A quick little jiggle, gives him information, sets him up for the better 1v1.
And Zepp has been playing these situations perfectly. He's just on fire right now in this match. They are still very good at being able to push through choke points by confidently getting in there, playing as a team.
Again, more utility being chucked into this B main. The one-way, the stun.
It's so powerful.
It's
very difficult as the attackers to retake that area.
Yeah. You got to think like, there could be a player pushed up. We have to use utility to clear it if we want to take B main. XSET, though, have worked their way deep into mid now. In the mail room, Tour de Force in hand. Cryo, oh, quick little swing around the corner. He does find that pick onto Leaf, a massive one.
Yeah, he has to be winning those. He's got the best weapon on the whole of his team right now, too, because XSET have forced onto a bit of a wonky buy. He has that Tour de Force. And on the other side as well, Def has actually managed to re-clear B main without making too much noise either. So maybe he, as the IGL, is starting to get the read that some of this B main controls are fake from Cloud9.
Yeah. XSET masters of trying to slow down the rounds once they get these picks. Just trying to force mistakes from Cloud9 where they're peeking for information. But with their comp, they've got a lot of utility to try and catch those lurks. Obviously, the alarm bots and the trademarks. This setup, though, are they going to suspect Vanity up top? Flash through. That's Cryo finding the one. Vanity really can't get too much done as he was blinded up, but he does eventually shut them down. Pushes into the smoke. What are you doing there?
What a bold play.
Gets the pick, though, and the spike is down. A disaster right now for XSET, and with the lockdown, they have to just try and push this now. They have to force the issue. Zeta, though, holding close down to the corner, has to just lock down the angle, eventually cleared out, but they have to back away. They can't get the spike down.
No, there's no time here, but Mitch might give himself away as a kill. No.
Oh, my word.
That's the round. That's the round on defense. The Red Bull clutch.
Throwing away some ultimates into rounds that they don't end up winning, but in that case, it works out.
Another little pivot in these rounds too. Mitch has moved the majority of setup over to A, so they're ready for any big A execute that's going to come through. Doesn't look like this round. XSET once more, holding slowly, big spread default, prodding in mid, prodding in A main and B main. And Vanity's throwing down another smoke that's again difficult to contend with.
Yep. Just splits up B main. There was no stun to kind of follow that up as well, so it still does the same job of hiding information and forcing XSET to re-clear and quite disciplined in terms of their approach towards that side, but they are taking this mid-control. Nice little swing there together. Different elevations, just in case there was a player holding low.
And actually, they throw the blast pack up there to try and clear a trademark, and it doesn't get rid of the alarm bot. Mitch's alarm bot is still there, still active, covering that A heaven push out. So XSET think that they've created some presence in that area of the map, and they haven't at all.
Looks like the plan here is for Aaron to get the plant and play around the Viper's Pit onto the site. Vanity, TP's for information. Yep, he cancels it. Now the Seekers come through. That's gonna at least trigger it. The Cosmic Divide over towards A does pull the players from Cloud9 over there, but Zeppa's ready and waiting. Showstopper in hand. He lets it rip, and no one broke the trademark. Slowed to a crawl. The XSET players couldn't do anything but cower in the corner. 20 seconds remaining now with the time being burnt down to a crisp. It's all up to some heroics from XSET to see if they can salvage this round out, but it just does not look possible.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, the explosiveness is all being shut down. There's 7 seconds left. Def just creeping his way in. Can't even spot Zeta. Vanity gets the peek. Zeta with the swing. And time is over, and Aaron is sat back with his Viper's Pit, just wishing his team were able to play prepped.
Trademark comes out, double satchels in. Yeah, it's all together.
Very, very difficult to attack into Cloud9's composition. It's extremely good on the defensive side.
So much information from all the Sentinel's utility.
Yeah.
The alarm bots, the trademarks, you have to be so diligent to just clear everything. If you are XSET when you're playing these slow rounds on attack, and their comp's not set up for the fast burst as much.
This time putting a heavy priority onto A ramp control. While previously they've gone for a reactive play through mid, this time all of the utility in A ramp, and what that's triggered is a push from Vanity in B main. He realizes, okay, this is something new from XSET. They don't normally do A ramp control. This is probably an A hit. Let me go and grab some info in B main. They're probably not playing there, and he's right. That, though, is a great opening.
Fantastic pick. The nade still got off there, but Zephyr falling is beautiful for them. Still, Mitch swings off the contact of the turrets. Still wants to hold it down as the anchor gets the second pick. A couple of bullets left for them, but that rolling thunder is fantastic. Connects onto a multitude of players there to disrupt this XSET push now into the first. Oh, only 35 seconds left remaining with BCJ. Bulldog in hand, not enough for them. Shut down again, and Cloud9.
Look at all of the util that gathers information and helps Mitch anchor the site over on A. And on the other side of the map, they've got the breach, they've got the raise, and these one-ways, these creative setups. It's such a good defensive comp.
Yeah, look at them. They're not even really worried about this push through. A choke, and he lurks. Obviously, the Viper util hasn't been used here. This time, instead of contact at the end, they're on the half-buy. They're trying to take a couple more risks.
That's so good by Leaf. He's got his trademark in a position where it's just bait. If you break his trademark, it's a trap play. He springs out like a jack in the box.
CJ gets the flash. You have to get that pick, man. Said it was full blind. Around the corner, shots rattled off. Def does collect it, but Leaf capitalizes. He takes the space in mid. Spike, by the way, still just dropped there in sewers.
And they have all of these tools, Ben. They have Zekan's ultimate, they have the Viper's Pit, but they just can't find the opportunities to even get in. They haven't been granted the first step of being able to set up and get map control to burst into a site. They always have a problem before they even get to that point.
30 seconds left.
And look at the time on the clock. It's 30 seconds less.
Yeah. Obviously, the half-buy for XSET, so looking for anything they can possibly grab, but very disjointed in their double swing, just trying to clear it all. Leaf collects.
What's so frustrating about imagining playing against Cloud9 is that they have tons of different defensive looks. Now XSET are just saying, okay, to hell with it all. We're just going to group up in B main, and we're just going to explode on them with Raze ult, Viper ult. We're just going to go.
I mean, Vanity's ball and operator. He's got it in his hand. Takes out the dog. Quick little satchel play now as they're trying to work their way deep into the site. Zekan, he lets it rip as the rocket doesn't really find anything, doesn't connect, and the Cloud9 players ready to shut this one down. Bounces the nade off the top. Zeppa, he's in a bit of danger. Luckily, Zekan collects that one, and with the Viper's Pit down, an opportunity for them, but they are not anticipating Vanity. He's worked his way around it. He's timing it. I mean, Zekan just jumps around the corner and finds him there.
Absurd situation, ends up in a 2v2.
Spike's dropped.
Yeah,
The choke.
The spike is down, and I think Vanity might have had the read on that. They've got the turret to play contact as well.
No way, no way, no way. You have to get that pick.
But this is all a distraction for Leaf to sneak in behind in a very similar position to where they caught Vanity. There is no way they clear this area.
They don't suspect
There's
this.
no way.
They don't suspect this at all. And all Leaf has to do is buy this. They actually do know. Aware.
That is incredibly aware. There's no way they suspect Leaf to have made that move, and yet they have.
They have time as
What
well.
a read from Aaron. 20 seconds left. They just have enough time to be able to sprint away. The blast pack to stop Leaf in case he tried to swing. And this is going to be a great opportunity for XSET to tie up another round. Both players are weak, but Leaf is not going to have any idea of where they're actually positioned.
Line for heaven here. Leaf in a 1v2. Desperate round for XSET. They need this one. He's already worked his way into heaven right now. The timing against Zekken, but Zekken just wants to play his life, obviously, with the plant in the situation that it's at. He can just swing out from heaven. I wonder if they heard Leaf drop there, or if he actually dropped onto the ramp. It might have hidden the footsteps of him falling. He's already found that opening pick against Aaron, and now he's waiting. He suspects the second player in elbow, but Zekken is set up for it. No utility, though. Leaf has to clear everything. The advantage he's got is that Zekken is very low. Baits it. Has to now stick this one, though. Time is running so low, and Zekken swings it. Beautiful timing. That's a round on the board for XSET.
And how magical.
Yeah.
I really thought that Leaf was going to be able to win that round for them when things were inside the Viper's pit over at B. The problem, though, for XSET, that's not a replicable round. They do not have Raze ult again. They do not have Viper's pit again. How do you find another opportunity like that?
You do have the Seekers, though.
And once more, Bren here. As XSET tend towards A ramp, Vanity pushes B main. He's just got the read every time.
And it gives Cloud9 all the information in the world to set up their players. Look at it. 3-player setup, all that utility. I mean, it's brutal for us watching. We've got all the information, but XSET, they might just be walking into a blender. And Leaf, he's just contact peeking. He's got the tour de force.
He doesn't want to...
For the quick peek. He finds it. And he knows there's another player there.
I've got your trail.
And as the Seekers come out, Vanity's cleared the whole of B.
This could be brutal for them.
They're pushing into trademarks, they're pushing into nano swarms. There's an alarm bot up in A heaven as well.
They haven't done any of the legwork. Still, BCJ finds that pick. Leaf, he's low. 11 HP, just about backs away. Def needs to find his pick, though, against Zeppa. The quick little 1v1. Luckily, Cryo there once more. He's got his back. Finds the pick now. It's a 2v3. Aftershock is immaculate. Aaron, he's so low. Nowhere to run. Right out into the open. BCJ, though, luckily able to return with another one. And now it's Vanity, the 1v2. Slowly works his way up. He's in heaven. Does catch the positioning of Cryo, but the setup was there. Another round.
Frankly, even 4 rounds could be good enough when you consider how Cloud9's composition works. Oh, Cryo started off with another opening blow. This is starting to even the tally between Cryo and Leaf after it was so horribly skewed in map 1.
That's a massive pickoff. With Leaf down, there's 2 of the trademarks that they were setting up. The trademarks that were causing all these issues for the XSET slow play.
And look at the information loss. Cloud9 are all in their own spawn. They don't have a clue where XSET are right
Looks like
now.
they're gambling.
Yeah, they're just going for a gamble stack and a full retake setup. They still do have Raze ult, Breach ult for the retake on B. So I don't think they're too worried about that. Okay, we'll group up where the Killjoy is. We'll take this full retake. The question is for XSET right now, can they get into funky positions to win the post plant? Can they get a flank going? Can Cryocell stay alive?
Honestly, I feel like almost you would want to be set up to disrupt the Rolling Thunder. You know they're going to be coming out with it. And Steph holding the Cosmic Divide.
Are Cloud9 just going for a full save here?
Saving?
A full save?
I mean, the money's not good.
Sure, but I feel
it's
like
very interesting, right? It's a 4v5 and they're saving.
Wow. You do not see these very often in VCT, but
I'm not going to lie as well. I feel like, well, okay.
I think their ultimates are really good here. Like, frankly, I expected them to be setting up. Okay, we'll stack A so that we can play retake B quickly with Breach ult, with Raze ult.
Yeah, yeah.
This is now a good half for XSET. Within the last couple of rounds, this half has changed the entire direction from being a bit of a blender that they were playing mid from Cloud9. And there's 4 players grouped up on A, or 3 players, sorry, grouped up on A for XSET. So right now it's only Def that would be feeling out this play. Leaf to take first contact, gets the pick, and even as he leaves, there's still a Breach ult and a Raze ult ready to crunch anyone who might be scaling up. There's no one there.
Yeah, Dog doesn't get too much info as well. I think that was bursted through the smoke. While all this was going on, look at Cryo. Sneaking into these positions now. Up onto the ramp area. But peace of mind for Cloud9 again with these setups. The alarm bot, the trademarks. I feel like a broken record talking about it all the time.
But it is so much info.
They just know that there's no players currently pushing those areas.
Yeah.
It's
They can play off the trademark in mid for the breach ult. They have players that can rotate if this alarm bot gets broken and the turret's watching B main. There's no real need for anyone to actually face check for information at all.
Yeah. And by the way, Cloud9 still set up with his trap play. The trademark behind this box, as soon as that's gone, Zeppa has the showstopper.
And there's only
And the
30
stun.
seconds left. This looks like it's going towards B main. Could all be on Vanity.
Paranoia forced
30
out, 30 seconds left. What is the play here? They have to NB, surely. But Cryos has worked his way in with the operator, breaking a lot of the utility. They seem to know he's there, and yeah, Cryo will fall in the end, but now pressure on Vanity. Judge in hand, though, is going to be able to find the one. Quick little swing round. Time running low. Cloud9, though, with the guns, weaponry, the crossfires, it's all set up for them.
Getting Cloud9 from not just champions, but over into Reykjavik, having a repeat appearance. That seems like it's been difficult for a lot of other teams, a lot of other players. We'll see whether he can pull it out here. This would be a great one. Opening kill does go the way of Leaf in that chamber head-to-head that I think is going to be so crucial.
That is excellent. As immediately Cryos falls, one of the most important members of the defense side comp.
Gives me flashbacks to Ye getting those entry picks onto net earlier today.
But look
this
at this
was
now.
such a crucial battle for them.
There's no trademark in ropes anymore. There's no trademark in heaven. And XSET are forced to just rotate players. They have to hold it with bodies instead of just relying on that utility.
Absolutely. It's always a risk reward that comes with playing your chamber in an aggressive manner like that, because you want Cryo to be taking first contact. He's an incredible player. But if he does die, not only do you lose your star, but you also lose information around the map too. Got to remind people though that the last time Cloud9 played on Split, and they've only played once in VCT this year, it didn't look great on their attack half, and that was against 100 Thieves. It was week one before they made the roster moves, but still didn't look great. But these are two big picks coming out from those two entry players from C9.
30 seconds left.
Zeppa's been so consistent this entire series. Finding another pick off for them. And it looks like fast approach now. Mitch is going for a cheeky little lurk, possibly trying to catch the timings over it. Hasn't convinced XSET just yet of what was going on, but the plant now going down on the A side of things. So now XSET are going to be aware. Rotations through. Zekken is completely alone when he's taking this space, by the way, not waiting for the rest of his team.
Yeah, that's just too bold. You need the assistance to be able to get into heaven. You can't just assume that Cloud9 are all playing on site. Oh, that's a great way of getting through the choke, though. The frenzy. On Nerf, by the way.
Yeah.
A while back.
Okay, let me just take this into my own hands. In fact, they're just going to completely ignore Vanity, the one player. They saw Vanity's going for the wraparound. The players are down onto the site. If they can play this one, Leaf is low behind the map area, swinging through 10 HP. They're left alone, but the time has ran way too low. And it's an easy win here for Cloud9. I say easy, I mean they were forced down to 1v1, but at the end of the day, the time was running.
Had advantages even in the round. They would sometimes make a weird individual solo play. A bit like how you saw in that pistol round, Mitch just leaping his way in. Whoa! Zeppa was not ready for that, but Mitch was. Trades it out. They go for 2 for 2.
Yeah, and this is against the bonus, by the way. That was a shorty in the hand of Zeppa. The follow-up was there, but the trades online for XSET. They're going to be able to reclaim, I think, at least one of the guns there because Zeppa didn't have anything buying into it.
I think it was just a Spectre from Mitch. So, Cryo still 3 shots in his Headhunter. Give Aaron the Spectre. Bit of a demon with that. And he does pick it up. Oh no, that's Cryo.
Well,
That's got it at the moment.
Might want to put it onto Cryo just with the more health.
Sure, that makes sense too. You got Vanity with the Paranoia, just ready to play off Leaf's contact here.
At this rate, time is running low. Yeah, stun as soon as they hear the footsteps and the Paranoia. Gives Leaf the perfect setup. Okay, jumping. Flips it around, resets the aim, and the flash is immaculate on top of it.
Clean start for Cloud, having so much extra firepower. Such an incredible player to add to this team and push them into podium finishes.
Okay, that's a nice little read, though, from XSET. The pull there to try and dissuade the double satchel play, but, yeah, I mean, just to build upon your prior point, it's XSET, this team who just consistently have been unable to break past that 4th place.
They're excellent gatekeepers.
Yeah.
But Cloud9 are on the inside looking out, not the other way around. You're not keeping them out.
So as Leaf makes some noise over here on
Leave
B.
this, man. He's spamming with the Vandal.
But this is a full fake. Look where the spike is going. It's all heading towards A right now. Leaf's job is just to make noise, distract, and he's pulled 4 players.
Yep. Hook line sinker. Smoke's going to come through now, and the call is made by Cryo. He's like, guys, they are hitting this site. Spamming through. Zekken. Low. Zeppa's running forward with this judge in hand. Wants to play inside of this smoke. Okay, BCJ shuts him down. Is always dangerous when you see that. You never really know who's favored. Normally, it's the player with the judge. Still, Leaf now looking his way through, but Def catches the timing.
Those are the overheat moments. That's what Cloud9 was doing a lot against 100 Thieves that led them back into the game. Aaron finds a trade, but Zeta also picking up Zekken. It's a 3v2. XSET are favored. Better guns as well.
Yeah, Cloud9 have to try and hold this one down. Quick swing wide. Off onto Heaven there. Running around the corner, but Aaron capable enough to shut that one down without the help of his teammates. So they're going to get that defuse. A critical round to win with the guns in hand. They needed to shut that down. If Cloud9 won on the bonus,
Yeah, that would have been devastating.
It would have been more than devastating, man. It would have set them up for the win on the map. Potentially opting for it. I suppose a lot of these plays are set up off the back of Zeppa just double satcheling in. We're going to see something similar. The Viper's Pit.
Here it is, combo with the Boombot as well. The Boombot's good there just to stop the attacking players getting inside your Viper's Pit too early. This Boombot needs to be killed by Zekken.
Boombot. Spam.
Ooh, that's a bit rough because now Zekken and Aaron don't know whether the Cloud9 players are inside the pit. It makes it a bit wonky. It means they're going to have to allocate bodies to clearing that out, or watching mid at the least.
Yeah, they're slowly regaining control of it now, and this B main fight is about to occur. Cryo wins it out. Nice little shot. He was in a slight off angle. You don't anticipate the player to be holding that in that position. Now they want to go fast anyway. Cloud9, the double satchel play in Zeppa. Well, he's obtained a rifle with his comrade. Just sat that one up. Okay, XSET have got the players in from Heaven, playing those crossfires. Vanity, quick little weapon swap on top of it. Is anyone going to take care of Mitch? Yes, Second. Found a timing through that smoke, and Vanity left alone.
Where did the gun go?
I said weapon swap. He actually just tossed his weapon at the enemy and ran away with only a classic in that. I mean, that's... I wasn't paying attention to the UI. I just assumed that Vanity was going to be able to grab a gun in that situation.
It's normally a safe assumption, I think, that the pros are not going to leave their weapons behind. But just didn't work out that time. And this is just a 1v3 where they're trying to punish Vanity. I don't think you really need to take the guns out of his hand, the gun out of his hands here. It's a stinger. He is going to be able to get the spike off.
Oh,
just gets
it off.
Oi! Getting dragged all over the place, but this would be a ridiculous 1v3 for them to be able to win.
Yeah, not going to be doing it with a stinger in hand.
And XSET, they get a fairly clean round 16. Cloud9 used all of their economy in that round, buying up 3 rifles, 2 stingers. So they're not going to be in a great position on the attack. And is this where XSET, stuff at the top of my head as well, that's been...
statistically proven.
not proven, I would say, but it's... there is a correlation there.
Sure.
So I like this idea. Leaf has an opportunity to make some magic happen in this round, and then next time you can always just pick up the tour de force.
Second luckily holding that one. Mitch was in mid as well, taken care of earlier. Aaron. Spamming him through. Satchel. Zeta is so low. Did he anticipate it? Okay. Snap at a wrist there for Cryo to find that one. Still, I mean, I don't know what occurred there. Still, I guess a bit of a gun diff with the stinger.
Yeah.
Just Vanity left alive now in a 1v5. And
so far, I think already, Bren, we can see that the Cloud9 composition looks a lot weaker on their attack side.
oh yeah, for sure.
They don't have that burst potential. A lot of their plans seem to be revolving around Zeppa double blast packing into areas, off a flash, off a paranoia, that kind of thing. But it's so easily shut down by Def's Astra.
We're seeing Vanity. I like that you gave him pause there. Starting to believe
you know,
for a second.
I'm not believing. He would have to 1v5 ace, and I don't think I've ever seen that out of Vanity, but he has been a little dangerous in these clutches recently.
Yeah, information acquired.
Left.
He has to
Yeah.
get the spike down now.
He might just be able to get another plant here. It's a similar situation to the prior round where Vanity's left, in a 1vx. There's really no chance of him winning, but he just gets spike plant down. This time, there really doesn't seem that much opportunity to keep the rifle, but he doesn't need to. 1,500 credits still and a decent loss bonus.
And with that round secured for XSET, the ultimates are starting to mount. The money's looking good. It's Cloud9 now. They're up on their next buy. As weird as this sounds, with it being currently Cloud9 lead,
B main early.
maybe just trying to grab control of B main early. And
Sure. B main control is so important when you have Breach and Killjoy ult.
The Rolling Thunder, the Lockdown, they're so powerful from B Garage.
All needs to be used from that position. Vanity ults?
I don't know what that is for.
I mean,
it doesn't really grab them any information that I can think of.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's to try and set up Zeppa.
Seeker's being used on top of it? How does Mitch get that pick? He's being pressured by the showstopper, the Seekers, everything being chucked at him. Still to trade at the end of the day as the rocket was sent flying, but yeah, interesting.
And Zeppa hasn't really used any of this space in mid. Vanity, with his Omen ult, did kind of give them some level of information. Here comes XSET on the reclear. They're worried that Zeppa could be pushed up. Now the double face from Cloud9, they actually do catch death.
Rolling Thunder was used up into heaven, maybe to try and push them away, but it does give them the space they needed. Leaf, tour de force. Okay. Whips it around, finds Aaron as he was just trying to drop into hell to support his team. A little bit too antsy, maybe. Just not anticipating that the players could be in already, and Cloud9 is setting it up. What a shot by BCJ.
That's an incredibly good one. Well, Zeppa is getting pressured. There goes Cryer on the other side. He has his own tour de force to work with, and this is a 2v2.
Timing from Vanity, though. This could be critical. 30 health to his name. Working his way around. There is a trademark that he has to worry about. That is going to spot him out. Okay. Makes him aware now that XSET noted that flank was coming through. Zeta, though, holding around. The plan comes down. Spamming it through. Zeta gets that pick. The diffuser taken out. BCJ not in the fight. And Zeta, what a play from him.
Zeta has been the only big round that they've been able to acquire on their attack side. And it was kind of gained by drawing the XSET players to mid and then bursting B main. So they got extremity control early, then worked mid and popped back out into a site.
This time the pressure's applied into mid early on. I mean, it's been pretty consistent with the game plan of Cloud9. The spike is leaning over towards A.
Yeah, this looks like they're going to try and pressure B heaven. Maybe just break this trademark, which Leaf does, force out any trap play, and return to an A split. The lockdown is used as well. This is a fake. We'll see whether XSET bite. They haven't at all.
All their players are leaning over towards A right now, with the exception of just the one Cryo holding it down and B-men with the operator. And yeah, lockdown gets off. No players detained. XSET, they don't take the bait. 50 seconds remaining, though, roughly in the round, means that there is still time for Cloud9 to pivot.
But they don't know anything about B main. And it's very possible that XSET could have re-cleared B heaven. There goes Leaf.
Beautiful.
Just caught on the push out. There's two players lay it up here, and BCJ is good for the second.
Man, BCJ, what is this? Big guy buff. He's been finding so many opportunities for them. Either the entry picks.
Towards B. Reading the fake perfectly. Now Cloud9 are knocked back down into a low eco situation. Cryo finds that first kill.
That's a quick attempt at the punish here. The double satchel from Zeppa, but Cryo was TP'd back into heaven. He's able to swing for his teammate and get that initial pick. The trade comes through. Players, though, deep onto the side. That's Zeta. He uses the aftershock, trying to force a favorable 1v1. Force the swing timing. Aaron in a lot of trouble there. Eventually gets the one, but not before that. Vanity's just there. Again, ready, waiting from B main.
Cryo now really feels like he's heating up, getting huge impact on this defensive half. Takes down Leaf once more. We've been talking about the head-to-head between those two, and it's Vanity left alive. Another 1v3.
Okay.
Takes another cheeky kill with the Stinger, but doesn't look like too much of a doable situation. And that's bold. I'll give him that. That's bold. But seconds what? Being able to push him away from early angles, find out where he's playing, push him away, break the trademarks. These are all really important things for Cloud9 to focus on.
This is a massive round for Cloud9. You end up losing this one. Again, your economy does not look too hot. A lot of money to your name. Whereas XSET are happy. They're sitting pretty with the bankroll built up.
Once more, Cryo controls an extremity. Got that operator pushed up really deep on A main.
Oh, wait,
looking for the pick. Chamber
here.
battle.
So important to win that 1v1, and it's actually Leaf who goes down. Cryo winning it.
He does seem to be getting the better end of this duel more and more as the series progresses, as the map progresses. Vanity's been hearing these flashes going out from BCJ into B main. BCJ just using them in order to get some kind of information. And here comes Zeppa with the showstopper. They're going to try and collapse onto B.
Oh, it's so difficult. He's basically just stuck in the mud, man. He's just trying to make it happen. Zeppa goes down to the full damage, but he's still... Ooh, he got that pick from the full damage, I want to say. He's found the 4 picks. My ankle's broken by the kill feed there. How has he managed to do that?
That is an insane play. What a performance from Zeppa when they needed him the most. After the timeout, coming out with that individual piece of magic. He's been so consistent for them in this series.
I can't believe that.
What can Cryo do? The alarm bot just spots his position, and he's in a 1v3. He's just got a save, I think, in this spot. But he does have a ton of money. 5,500 credits to his name.
Yeah.
But Zeppa, yeah, he explodes into heaven off the back of a paranoia and actually manages to use it. He used his ultimate onto rafters. And as Zekken was jumping out of rafters, he took a ton of damage. Not enough to kill him, but enough to set him up with less than 15 health. I'm sure we'll have a replay of it afterwards, but Zekken cratered, and all of the players that tried to punish Zeppa as he pulled his... They've still got a good map 3 coming up for them. It would go to Ascent if XSET won. But Cloud9 would love to close it in too.
Oh, they'd love to.
Keep it simple. Dominate the series. And go back. See if you can snatch one of those spots for Reykjavik.
Using this late boom bot now to clear up mid. That's just through the Viper utility that's dropped down by XSET. Did it use the snake bites? Okay, Vanity. That's brave. That's very brave. And it's given Aaron that Viper's Pit, which he just drops down. You can see the pressure that's being applied by Cloud9. They want to at least threaten that they're pushing in. That's utility used as well. VCJ ends up using the Trailblazer, and Leaf, he's trying to get stuff done. He's trying to lurk on the other side of the map. He's trying to take some risks, win out the 1v1s, but Cryo's got it locked down again. The Operator, a consistent factor so far in these defensive rounds for XSET.
It certainly has been consistent. Like I said earlier, when these two teams faced off in week 2, when it was the group stage, Cryo went 5-13 against Leaf. I don't have the stats to hand of this match right now, but there is no way that it's that one-sided, even after map 1. Cryo just feels like he's getting the better end of these duels, and he should be, because he's on defense, right? He's set up on the angles earlier. It's more difficult for Leaf. But Cryo is finding them with such a level of consistency, and it feels like Cloud9's composition needs Leaf to be getting those openers. Because otherwise, who's doing it?
Yeah,
it's him and Zeppa.
Where's the oomph?
Exactly.
It is literally, it's coming from the double satchel plays from Zeppa most of the time.
Yeah.
Like the stuns to support it, sure, it's very powerful in the moment, but again, I mean, we've mentioned it briefly, but the Astra pick, just having a pull to just slow down the double satchel plays. Anything to try and disrupt it and slow it.
Take all of that space for the rest of Cloud9.
Sounds weird to say that as well. It's had impact so far. You're looking at the scoreboard, he's 8-14.
Right, but it's about the utility.
The utility usage, exactly.
And this is more similar to what Cloud9 were doing before. Really early take of B main. They all leave and just post Mitch up. It's not like he has a lockdown to be able to work with. And in fact, now they cede that space. But that's going to pull players away.
Yeah. Regain control of it.
And Cryo's trying to... Leaf is trying to make something happen over in A right now. He's just walking his way in. I think they spotted him. I'm pretty sure Aemon got a spot.
They know now. Right round the corner. Leaf alone, but yeah. The players know he was there.
Could you get more of a definition of a solo play? He's on his own fighting against 3 players within A, trying to work it in. But it's not like his team's distracting for him on the other side of the map at all. It's pure just trying to rely on his own individual ability when things get to the crunch time, when it's 11-11. And these rounds are falling to pieces for Cloud9. They're all going for the individual play. They're losing their grip on the macro game.
Right. When you're going for these lurk plays, high risk, high reward plays to try and maybe get that pick.
30 seconds left.
You're walking into Cryo's op most of the time. And if you're not, then it's a crossfire setup that XSET have already been aware of, you know, that the lurk could come through because we saw it there.
And in fact, they did walk into Cryo's op in mid.
Yeah, they did. He's got 2 picks.
We just happened to be watching Leaf at the time as he tried to make something happen over on A. It certainly feels like Cloud9 are running back from the brink after a dominant loss in map 1. You got stamped on. And yet they're still here, still fighting. After going down 5-7 in the first half as well. BCJ continuing to anchor this position. He was really good at anchoring this spot before. They just weren't expecting it, and he has all of these flashes to throw out.
Quarter force, Cryo. Not going to be baited by it, but a quick flick up. You knew there was a potential timing there where somebody could have crossed.
Can't leg someone with the tour de force.
Oh. Beautiful damage being done. Now the Rolling Thunder cuts him across. That's actually going to be comboed there. Vanity into the back gets some information of where BCJ is, but immediately, Cosmic Divide is unleashed, and it's completely disrupted.
And also, there was never an attempt for anyone to actually push off that rolling thunder. Things are falling to pieces right now in the Cloud9 camp. It wasn't a fake. There was no one trying to go into A or going into mid. It's just a slow, staggered struggle into A.
They didn't have the for now. They're going to be relying on the firepower to try and at least bring it to the overtime. Boys, XSET so close to closing out this. The players are so deep in, but Cryo, I mean, he just spots him out. Another player up top. Quick scope round the corner, 3 kills on the board. They still have to deal with BCJ at the back of the side. In fact, look at that. Whips out the rifle, why not? Gives it a go as the players are trying to make it work, but it's a quick spray down once more. No one was dealing with BCJ, the anchor. A prime gaming flawless